You go to gym, you work hard. You do everything right, and then you come home and feel empty. Not the good kind of empty, the kind that you lay on the sofa and think, there's something wrong with me. Western fitness says you need more protein, more sleep. Maybe your cortisol is high. Traditional Chinese medicine says something completely different. And after 10 years of combining both systems in my own body, I think TCM is closer to the truth. My name is Chun. I am a Danish-Chinese wellness consultant, and I've been lifting weights since my 40s. What I am about to show you changed how I train, how I recover, and how I feel at 53 now. Stay with me for 10 minutes. This will reframe everything. Most fitness content for women over 45 focuses on 3 things: progressive overload, protein intake, and sleep. These are all correct. They are just not complete. Here is what Western exercise science tells us. When you do strength training, you create micro tears in muscle fiber. Your body rebuilds those fibers slightly stronger. Over time, muscle growth. This is called the anabolic adaptation circle. The problem is this. The anabolic circle requires what scientists call anabolic signaling, primarily driven by hormones. Testosterone, IGF-1, estrogen. In women plays a critical role in muscle protein synthesis, and in premenopause and menopause, these hormones are declining. So your body is already working harder to do the same anabolic job, and then you ask it to do a hard leg session on top of that. The Western answer is add HRT, add protein, add creatine, and these help. But they still don't explain the specific feeling so many of my clients describe. This bone-deep emptiness that isn't quite fatigue and isn't quite sadness. It's something else. TCM has a word of it. In traditional Chinese medicine, the energy that powers everything your body does, including muscle repair, comes from 2 sources. The first is what we call post-heaven qi, 后天之气. This is the qi you generate every day from food, breathe, and sleep. It is renewable. You make it, you spend it, and you make more. The second is called pre-heaven jing, 先天之精. This is your constitutional reserve, the deep life force you were born with, stored primarily in the kidneys. Think of it as your body's savings account. You can draw from it when post-heaven qi runs out. But you cannot refill it easily. Now, strength training, especially heavy compound lifts, is one of the highest qi expenditure activities you can do. It draws on post-heaven qi heavily. That's fine. And that's normal. That's what you are supposed to do. But there's the critical issue for women over 45. We are already in a phase of natural kidney jing decline. In TCM's 7-year circles for women, the 7th circle, roughly 42 to 49, marks the beginning of what's called the closing of the gate of fertility. The kidneys are already working to maintain basic hormonal equilibrium. When you then do 3 heavy training sessions per week without rebuilding your post-heaven qi adequately, you begin drawing from jing. And that feelings, the empty, hollow, slightly unwell tiredness after a hard workout, TCM calls that kidney qi deficiency. And in clinical practice, it presents exactly as women over 45 describe it. Fatigue that sleep cannot fix. Low-grade anxiety, that sense of depletion. Here's where the two systems converge in a way that's actually exciting. Western science says you need adequate recovery stimulus, protein, sleep, hormonal environment. While TCM says you need to rebuild post-heaven qi between sessions and protect pre-heaven jing from over-depletion. These are not contradictory. They are the same insight in different languages. So what does this look like practically? 3 principles I use myself and teach in the Calm Strength method. Principle 1. Train within your qi budget. On days when sleep was poor, stress was high, or you are in the second half of your menstrual circle, reduce intensity. Not because you are weak, because you are managing a deep energy system, not just muscle tissue. Principle 2. Rebuild before you deplete again. The 24 to 48 hours after a strength session are a qi rebuilding window. In practice, warm food, not cold, adequate protein, and 1 qi building practice. Even 10 minutes of slow walk. This is not optional rest. It is active recovery at the energetic level. Principle 3. Read the solar term. Right now, we are in the final days of Xiaoman, grain full. The Chinese name says it precisely. Full, but not yet ripe. Yang is rising and the system is consolidating. This is one of the better training windows in the entire year. The energy supports building, not dispersing. But Xiaoman also carries a quiet warning. Do not force the harvest before it is ready. Train with full intention this week. Push your loads progressively. But do not rush to peak. Mang Zhong arrives on Friday and the energy shifts. The woman who trains intelligently through Xiaoman and then adjusts on Friday is the one who makes consistent progress across the whole season. Schedule with the calendar, not against it. I want to leave you with something that took me years to understand. The reason so many women stop strength training in their 50s is not physical weakness. It's because nobody taught them that the training model designed for 25-year-old men does not transfer directly to a premenopausal women's energy system. You are not failing the program. The program was never designed for you. The Calm Strength method is built on exactly this bridge. TCM wisdom applied to how a woman over 45 trains, recovers, and ages. If this made sense to you today, I will go in live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'm going to walk through the 3 core pillars of this system in real time. Link in below. Come with questions. Subscribe if you want more of this and tell me in the comments. Does this match something you felt but couldn't name?